Hello there, my name is Joshua Rawcliffe, and I'm going to be doing a design video talking about the design elements of my level. As we start off here in this big sort of open room, the player can use this to get a general sense of his controls, what he can do, while also being in a aesthetic room that sort of placates to the atmosphere of the level. And once the player is done with that, he can walk them through sort of one linear area of the level, but with plenty of set piece elements to then sort of play up the atmosphere of the level, and the fact that this is like an alien world, and he's an explorer trying to get through without being detected. The reason why these are in here is to promote a sense of movement, and that the level is not static. That is a dynamic world, and there are elements in it that are alive, sort of keep the player sort of more alert and more interested in the game environment that he's in. As you walk through this area, you'll see that there's these white boxes. These are going to be used to telegraph the main route that the player will take. You'll see more examples of these signposts as you progress through the level. Now, as you walk this way, you'll start to notice that there are these little white things here. They aren't everywhere in the level, but they are here to draw the player's eye. As he draws down from there, he draws over to here to this light. And it is hinted at the player that they should probably explore what this light leads and where it takes them. So as we jump down here, we enter the first gameplay environment. Now this is a puzzle room. As you can see, as soon as you land in, the light draws your eye upwards towards the goal of the level, and the structure of the environment also sort of shows that this is the level, the way of progression up to the goal. As you can see here, you have some platforms and a box, but you can't get to it, so you need to get up to there. So how do we get up to there? There's two platforms there, this platform here. Let's see if we can push it. We can, by rotating it slightly. The inspiration from this box puzzle was taken from traditional box puzzles from games like Soul Reaver 1, Tomb Raider, and the movement of the box was actually taken from Sea of Thieves, the Rare game on Xbox One. As you go into the ships, one of the mechanics is to drop the anchor, where you all four players will jump onto this little pedestal, and you'll rotate it in up and down in order to pull out the anchor. So you move this. Okay, now you can jump up here. You can now push out this box. So now that you will not need the pushable box, to get up here instead. So now we can push that into a position that we'll need to then progress the rest of the thing. Push. There we go. Okay, so now that should be just about in position. So we jump up. We jump up on this box over here, and then as we can see, it should just be about the right height and distance. There we go. So we jump up to our first collectible main goal of this level. Okay, so there we go. Number 1. If we press P, it'll be highlighted up here in the corner that we have to collect 6 more. Okay, now that we have collected the first objective, we'll now progress out of this player environment and head back onto the main path. As we jump down here, there we go, nice little circle in the middle, used as a sort of target for the player to feel a sense of catharsis that he's completed that. Now this bit here, now you can jump down here. It leads on to where the level progresses, but as you move towards the edge, it sort of brings out a sense of threat, a sense of danger. This takes inspiration from Mirror's Edge and The Last of Us, as well as Uncharted, where the platforms, you don't actually have to jump over the platforms in order to get to the end. You can actually just run or walk off, used as a way to to not interrupt the player's momentum and movement, and allow them to continue moving freely with a sense of sort of cinematic flair. So as you come here, we've just gotten the second objective. There's a light shining down on it to sort of highlight where it is at. As you can move on to, as you see over here, there's an arch here with another light, and as you line up here, these are protruding outwards so that the light actually reflects into the player's point of view, and then he's intrigued to go down there, where he's then signposted again by some of the geometry and a little statue there. If we come over here instead, you can see that the entire level has been signposted to the player, and that there is a clear line of progression. He can stand here, he or she can stand here and figure out that as they follow the level through, they'll end up there at their goal, and then they'll come out eventually and they'll go to that, which is then the main goal. As you can see, if you look around, you can see there's more collectibles as well as more set piece elements. This is to give a bit of a lull in the tempo of the level, and allow the player to take in the environment that he's in, and feel more immersed in the level. As we run through, there we go. Signposting telling us where to go. The geometry is pointing us in the right direction in an immersive way that isn't intrusive. There's another light over here showing us that there's a secret. Lights and geometry play an important role in the way that the level communicates to the player without breaking the immersion. Again, there's another box there, signposting the way, and if you look over there, there's another one there. And now we'll move on to the second gameplay environment. So we jump across this puzzle. To this one, there's something slightly different about this one. It has an orange light, so if we look around, oh, that's a bit risky. See if we can make it. There we go. Providing challenge to the player, while also keeping a repetitive sort of formula for communicating to the player that there is a goal or objective nearby. Environment is the sort of narrative of the level is always communicated to the player as well, where the set piece elements are always sort of in view. And we'll go through here, and then we are drawn into this underground environment, where there's a other thing here, which is fine, but this also, which is it's sort of used as a way to get the player into a position where they are then communicated by the level where to go. There within a big signpost landmark, which is pointing downwards, which shows that they must also go downwards. You can see the mirror of the main landmark in the previous section, but reversed. There it is. So it sort of communicates to the player the importance of the landmark and where they are trying to get to. Continue on. Slide down through here. Just before we can reach the end. Teleported. Wow, okay. This is a lull. Okay, so we're here in this environment. There's some gate. There's there's a pad and there's some lights that are showing us where to go. Again, another sort of lull point where you can go ahead and look at the environment. Give the player a bit of a break from the gameplay, or it's always optional. They don't have to do it, they can continue with the gameplay as they see fit here. So you pick these up, drag them all the way down here onto this charging port. As you can see, there's these squares on here as well, but they are different coloured, similar to the things. So the player will have to figure out what to do with these in order to progress, as they can't currently progress because the door is closed. Drop them down here, charge them for 1, 2, 3 seconds. They move up here. This environment takes inspiration from Destiny 2, some of the Destiny 2 strike mechanics, raid mechanics, I think more specifically like Vault of Glass, where the player has to engage in a puzzle in order to progress. Okay, and as we make our way up here to the next bit, we get this next key, pick it up, and we charge it on the charging pad. We then take it back to the gate, and the gate will open. The idea behind this is that it was supposed to be more fulfilling. Instead of just going and grabbing a key, the player then has to then charge it up on top of that, giving him a sort of a sense of he's building up to something. He's building up to the door opening. He's making the key powerful because it's a big, heavy door. It needs a lot of power in order to be opened, making the player feel like he's got a good sense of progression. Now if you move over here, you might miss this, but it's a secret sort of collectible. Being hidden in the environment with the lighting. This is on purpose so that the player remembers that exploration and using a keen eye is very important. So now as we move here, we've seen the main landmark, and we must progress, so we move over to the edge, and then we're given this platform. As we jump, the next one is brought ahead, constantly conveying that sense that motion and movement and player movement is important. See, for the last time, we look through here, we jump through, we jump down into the big portal because there's nowhere else to go. We go through, we're transported to a crazy realm, and we're shot out at the end, right into the landmark. Here we go, and this is the mission completed. And then what we can do is we can look down and survey all the area that we've travelled, finish the level. Thank you very much, thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed. Bye now.